Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's so with Adi here. I'll be showing you guys how to make this skirt as you've seen. Let's get started. So I'll go ahead to fold my pattern paper on bias. You can cut directly on your fabric if you have enough fabric to waste, but for me I would work with pattern. So I'll be showing you guys how to fold the pattern, just illustration purpose. So if you don't know how to fold on bias, just hold on, I'm going to show you how to do that with just a little piece of paper. Okay, so let's assume this is your paper or your pattern or your fabric. We have edges of the fabric. You're going to match one edge to another. Okay, it can be any side. So what you're going to do is to take a particular point and match it up with the other side. So just follow what I'm showing you here. It's very simple to do, and that is how to fold on bias. Okay, so now this is like half of the pattern or half of your circumference. Right now we have to determine first of all, we have to determine where our waistline is. So you're going to check where you have your circumference of your waist. Let's say your waist divided by 4 plus 1 inch. Okay, you can decide to add 1 inch, you can decide not to add. You can add the 1 inch on your fabric, but for me I added my 1 inch. So I'm going to indicate or locate the part that is enough for my waist circumference, and that's what I'm going to be doing here now. And my waist circumference is about 8.25, and I'm going to go ahead and check the part I have it, and you can see that I have about nine and a half or so. So we have enough. So I'm going to just go ahead and draw out that line, and that is my waist line. All right, now for you to make sure that that line is straight, what you're going to do is to measure the two sides of this bias of this angle. Rather, measure the two sides to be equal. So if they are equal, that means it's straight, but if it's not equal, you make them equal. Right, so that's what I just did there. Now the next thing I'm going to be doing is to mark my waist circumference divided by 4 plus 1 inch. You can decide to add 1 inch, half inch, or even 0.75, depending on the allowance you want to work with. And take note that the folded part is, I'm not marking my measurement towards the folded part, please. I'm marking it towards the side that is not folded. All right, so after doing this, next what we're going to do is determine the length of our skirt. So for the length of the skirt, I worked with about 30 and a half. I think I was about 31 because I later added half an inch. So I'm just going to go ahead and mark my skirt length. You can go ahead and mark yours. If you want it longer, you can mark or add more papers to your pattern, or you can add it when you're cutting on your fabric. Okay, now I'm going to determine how wide I want that lower part to be. You can start to use the whole of the bias. It's still very much okay. Yes, I made 2 of the skirts and I used the whole circumference for the hemline, but for this one I'll be working with 24 or 25 inches. So I measured 25 inches around that circle, and I'm going to connect it to my waistline. You can decide to do yours lesser or higher, so it's more like when you're cutting a 6 skirt. Okay, so this is just exactly how to cut it. Right now we did like that because the skirt is not a full circle or a full bias. All right, you can still just make it that way, or you want it to be fuller, go ahead and do that. I'll go ahead and cut my pattern, and we are going to just draw out the other parts that we need. Now I'm trying to straighten my waistline, so I just removed about half an inch there, and then I'm just going to cut it out. So now the next thing we are going to be doing is to mark all the parts that will be having different fabrics, because it's important to do that. Now remember, we minus 2 inches for our waistband, please, when we are marking our length. So go ahead and do that. I forgot to explain earlier. So remove your waistband before marking your length. Now the first patch or the center, that like the design I want to be on the center, I want it to stop at 13 inches, minusing our 2 inches for waistband. Okay, so if you look at the inspiration or the style, you will see that there is one at the center, like around the waist towards the hip line. Right, so this is the first one, and I came in by 2.5. So when you open it, it's going to be 5 inches. Right, so I marked 2.5 inward. Make sure that line is straight and is not slanted. And after marking that on the side of the skirt or the pattern, I'm going to also go out by the 2 inches for our waistband, and I'll be marking 4.5. You can use 4 to 5 inches. Right, so it depends on what you want, but this is what I'll be working with, and we're going to connect it to that 2.5. So I'll go ahead and use my ruler to just curve that at. So you are the one to determine how curvy or how the shape you want it to be. So I'm going to curve from that waist to the 2.5. Okay, so this is what I have now. Okay, so we are done with this first one. Now remember, it has about 3 parts. Okay, yes, 3 to 4 parts of the skirt. The just follow what I'm doing, just trust the process and trust me, you're going to get everything. Now the second part we are marking, I'll be coming from the center towards inside. I'll be marking about I think I marked about 6 inches, and after I reduced it to 5, I didn't want it to be too big or too, I didn't want the side to be smaller and the middle is going to be big, so I had to reduce it a little, so the middle is not going to be too big and the side is not going to be too small. Okay, so however you want it, like I said, you're going to do like you want. So the only thing you're going to do is just connect straight. So before I connect or draw my straight line, I'm going to go ahead and remark that measurement. That's what I'm doing here now. So I marked 5 inches. So there is no particular way to know the point. Just go ahead and measure where your 5 inch. I don't know, just follow what I did. You're going to understand it. And I'm just going to draw my straight ruler. So make sure that your line is straight. It is very important. Okay, so this is what we have now. And if you check the style, you'll see that we have the up, the side, and the center. So that's what we have. I labeled 1, 2, and 3, and take note of where the side is, the joining they're going to be joining in the middle, side, and the center. Okay, so I went ahead to label all this. It is very important so you don't get confused when you're sewing. Okay, so this is what we have, and I'll go ahead and cut it out and we cut on our fabrics. So it's very easy, and I know, yes. So if today is your first time coming across this channel and you're yet to subscribe, please go ahead and subscribe. And thank you so much for my returning subscribers. Thank you so much, I appreciate. Now the next thing we're going to do is to cut. So these are the fabrics I'll be working with. This is like 4 different Adire fabrics. So I'll go ahead to cut the first pattern. Okay, I'll cut it separately. So this is on fold by 2, that's on fold. So I'm cutting the front first and I'll cut the back. My fabric is on bias folded, but if you don't have enough fabric to fold on bias, you can cut normally and it's still going to be okay. So the back part is not on fold. I added 1 inch for my zipper allowance, so that is it. Now the second and the third part, this is the third part. Remember that the third part is still in the middle, right? So the back side is not on fold. The back has 1 inch for zipper allowance while the front is on fold. I also added half an inch by the side to join it to the other side. That's the middle. That's why I wrote M. Then the other side, which is number 2, I also added half an inch to join to the middle and the other side as well. Now this orange fabric I have here is the one that is going to be for the gathered on the waist part. So that's going to be like for the gathers. Okay, and the width is about 7.5 to 8 inches. You can use as much as you want, and is as wide as you can imagine. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be doing now is to match up the number 3 to the first one, right? So take note of how I'm doing it. It's important you follow like this. I've done this, I tried it before coming to show to you guys, so make sure you follow the way I'm doing it. If not, you're going to cry when you're doing yours maybe in a different way, right? So now this is the front, which is on fold. All right, when I open it, it's going to be like this, and we're going to match it up. If you notice, you'll see that the first one is looking a bit wider than the middle one. Don't worry, it's very important it's like that because it's going to help you to join the side, like join the middle one. Okay, so you're going to be sewing by half an inch. You're joining the two by half an inch. You're joining from one end to the other end, so where the mark starts to the other side. I don't know if that makes sense. So, and after you're done, you can see what I have. I'm going to notch the side. You're going to notch very close to where your stitch stops. Okay, your seam is very almost above or before it, but make sure you just notch very close to it, and you're notching just one side. So you're notching just the middle part. Okay, the first one is still left untouched. It is very important, please do this. It's going to be easy for you. You will notice how easy this is going to turn out when you're sewing yours. I also went ahead to do the same thing for the back. Remember, the back is open because of the zipper allowance, so I also went ahead to do the same thing for the back, the two sides. And you can go ahead to iron if you want to. Now I'm just going to go ahead to also notch this back. You have to notch this thing. Okay, so notch the middle part, not the first one. Okay, you are notching number 3 instead of number 1. Okay, you're not notching the two together. I hope that makes sense. Now after doing that, you're going to be attaching our number 2 to the piece now. Okay, so the number 2 is the sides. All right, so you're joining the two sides now remember, we have the middle of, we have on this our number 2, we have middle, we have up, and we have side. So the middle is where it's going to be joining to the yellow fabric. Okay, so I will indicate that as M, and the side I will indicate as X. All right, it is important to indicate all of this. You can also indicate the up as U, so you don't get confused, right? So that's what I did, and I'm just going to go ahead to match all of them up. So I'm going to be matching the middle to the middle of the center. Okay, remember the center one, that's this yellow fabric, we also indicated that that part is the middle. So you have to match up those two together. You're going to be sewing by 1/2 inch, the allowance you give, and I'm just going to sew it down, so the other side as well. You will also go ahead and do the same thing for the back. And after doing this, you'll come back and I will show you guys what to do. So make sure that you're following the your marks. It is important, especially when you're using ajure, because ajure does not have front and back. If you're going to cry. Now let's go ahead and do that, and I'll show you guys. I've gone ahead to sew my sides. As you can see, they are looking really nice right now, and everything is coming together, and you can see that it is easy. It's easily aligning when you put the middle. It's not having any mago. So don't worry, that's why you need to notch that middle part alone. Now the next thing we are going to be doing is to match up, or to close up that number 1, 2, number 2 and 3. Okay, so now because of the way you notched, if you notch very close to your seam, you're going to be closing it straight, and it's going to be easy if you notch very close to it. If you don't notch very close to your own, and don't come and ask me. So follow what I did here, and you're going to like your results. Okay, so make sure you follow how your pattern or your cloth or your fabric is looking. Just follow the line. If you don't know, come our way, I don't know, just watch again, you understand. Okay, I've gone ahead to join. This is one part of the back, and you can see how that place lays very flat. It's not looking like, oh, that is join there, but it's looking really nice. That is the reason why you should watch this video. Calm down and watch it. If you don't understand anything, just go ahead and watch it over again. I'm sorry if I'm being too harsh, but you just have to understand that you need to do this. Okay, so this is my front, and I've also gone ahead to join. You can see how it looks really nice. Go ahead to also iron it, and yes, we're going to join the sides. Okay, now before then, the waist for this, my friend, is looking a little bit you can see that because we cut on bias. Okay, if you didn't cut on bias, it's not going to be looking this way. So I'm just going to go ahead to just trim it a little bit. I'll just fold it and then we trim the side just a little, so it can be a little bit straight. I don't want it straight. Yes, our waist is not straight, but you need it to look a little bit not too curvy. I mean, not to be looking too you. So just go ahead and do that, and after doing that, we're just going to join our sides. You're matching up the sides. Now remember, the allowance you added 1 inch on that pattern is what you're going to be using to sew the waist. The waist is the most important thing. The other side, the hip, does not matter. Okay, so you can decide to take up to 1 inch or take less. It doesn't really matter, but on the waist you have to make sure you're taking up to 1 inch, which is the same allowance you added. And I'll just go ahead to match up all my pattern and fabrics, and we're going to go ahead and sew by the allowance I added. And after doing that, I'll come and show you guys. Okay, just go ahead and sew by the 1 inch, right? Good. So after doing that, I'll go ahead to attach my waistband. All right, so now I've gone ahead to sew the sides, and I've also attached my waistband. It is a regular waistband. Okay, I just cut 2 inches, and the length just the same. I don't know, just follow, go and do your normal waistband cinching or waistband attachment, whatever you call it. Now remember the part that's supposed to be the gathers, I also went ahead to fold all the edges round. Now we're going to be sewing it in, so I'm placing right side to right side, so right side of the piece to right side of the skirt. You have to make sure you open your skirt. Okay, and you're going to pleat starting from where that's our middle, so starting from where that our center, that's number 1, where our number 1 stops. Okay, you're starting from where the number 1 stops, and you're going to be stitching like 0.25 on top the number 1. You're not stitching directly on the other side, so it's going to cover. I don't know if that makes sense, because you have different patterns. Okay, you don't want the other colors showing, you want it to just be on top of this green material, which is the number 1. So you want the stitch to be on top of the number 1, and it's starting from where the number 1 stops from to where it ends to the back. After doing that, you're just going to go ahead and put your zipper allowance, and everything is pretty much easy, and I am done. This is what my skirt looks like. It looks very colorful and beautiful. This is my zipper. You can go ahead to use the colors you prefer. And yes, thank you so much for watching to this point. If today is your first time coming across this channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and drop a comment in the comment section. See you guys in my next tutorial. Bye.